There are some important developments on the policy fronts. Also some disturbing news in the crypto world. There is a clear erosion in value of cryptocurrencies by $2 trillion. Is almost ready, worked out based on the consultations abroad, including the World Bank. Already 40 to 50 countries have banned cryptocurrencies. In lay person's terms, intelligible to the uninitiated, what cryptocurrencies are. To begin from the beginning, crypto is from cryptography, combination of two Greek words. What does the term bit denote in the bitcoins? So secure that the coded version or the currency that is created cannot be duplicated by anybody else. So far in the blockchain there are about 100,000 blocks. Chronology is like this. Satoshi Nakamoto started writing the code. Nakamoto set a limit, overall limit of Bitcoin generation at 21 million Bitcoin. Then who mints? Who generates the Bitcoins? But is it worthwhile to invest so much money, time? It is. On June 23, one Bitcoin cost 15,65,000. 80 to 90% is used for investment purpose. There are illegal transactions. It can be used for gambling. About 1 billion bitcoins were stolen. Cryptocurrencies as a whole reaching the illegal addresses is estimated to be $14 billion. But one thing we should understand, taxing some income by itself doesn't make the income legal. If you ask me if it is a good idea to invest in cryptocurrencies. Namaste, welcome to PSM Speak. In my previous video, I promised you to bring a video on the state of cryptocurrencies in India. There are some important developments on the policy fronts, likely policy fronts in India. Also some disturbing news in the crypto world as such. What we see is the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies as a whole. We have about 1800 cryptocurrencies, although Bitcoin is the prominent among them, was $3 trillion. And recently, this is June 2022, less than a year, it has come down to around $1 trillion. The cryptocurrencies market capitalization is now hovering around $1 trillion. Which means there is a clear erosion in value of cryptocurrencies by $2 trillion. And cryptos are important. As many as 300 million people across the globe use cryptocurrencies. India too, 15 to 20 million people use cryptocurrencies, and their investment is estimated roughly. It is some 40,000 crores. It was about $5.11 billion worth. This being the case, recent developments in India. In the recent budget, the current budget 2022-23, the Finance Minister Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman announced taxing the crypto assets, the gains on crypto investment, by 30% and 1% tax deduction at source on the virtual currency related payments if the payment is about 10,000 rupees in a given year. Another recent most development is Mr. Ajay Seth, Economic Affairs Secretary, recently announced that a consultation paper is almost ready, worked out based on the consultations abroad, including the World Bank, International Monetary Fund. Yes, he is right, because cryptocurrencies are not confined to a single country. Their reach is worldwide. So the decisions or the policies that are taken in a country are not going to be effective unless what is going on around the globe are taken into consideration. Already 40 to 50 countries have banned cryptocurrencies, and now it is essential before moving ahead to understand clearly in lay person's terms, intelligible to the uninitiated, those who could have little or no college education, what cryptocurrencies are. That is exactly what I tried to do in my first video, an introductory one. But to be honest with you, I still doubt that the concept is not as clear as I thought that the video would make. So it is good to begin from the beginning. First, let us understand what are these cryptocurrencies and the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is important not only because 40 to 50% share is that of the Bitcoins in the cryptocurrencies, but it is the first cryptocurrency. So what do we understand by cryptocurrency first? Cryptocurrency, currency, the currency notes, the money we can understand simply. But crypto is from cryptography, combination of two Greek words, cryptos, hidden, graphia, writing, hidden writing. So some secret writing. Let us leave this for a while here and go to Bitcoins. What are Bitcoins? What does the term bit denote in the Bitcoins? Binary digit, 0 or 1. Bit is the basic smallest unit. Like in the physical world, we know about atoms and molecules. Similarly, in the computer world, bit is the smallest unit. 8 bits, octet, is 1 byte. So it is clear from this that bit is computer related. Now two things are very clear. One is cryptography, secret writing, and other is computer related. The Bitcoins or cryptocurrency are the ones which are generated in the computer and live in the computer. They do not have any physical form. Then how does it happen that the Bitcoins or the other cryptocurrencies are transferred from one account to the other account of the individual? We need to take two examples. One, let us take the example of normal banking. In the banking, if money is to be transferred to somebody else's account, supposing I have an account with the State Bank of India, you have an account in another bank, Punjab National Bank or some other bank, whatever bank it is. If I want to send money to your account, during previous times, we used to transfer money by writing checks or going to the bank branch, drawing cash by presenting a voucher or a check and giving the wats of notes to the person to whom we need to give money. Now, after the technological advancements, information technology, internet banking, we do now have internet banking. I have a bank account. I have bank account number that I know and the bank knows. I can also give the account number to anybody. I can share that. But one thing I do not share is, these things are important to understand the cryptocurrencies, codes and all that. So my bank account number I can share. What my bank or others do not know is my password. Through my password, I enter into my account and I transfer money to your account. For instance, I have 10 lakh rupees with me. I am sending 1 lakh rupees to you. Then to your account, supposing you already have 5 lakh rupees, the 1 lakh more is added to your account and it becomes 6 lakh. Whereas out of my balance, whatever it is, 1 lakh is debited to my account. So this is the internet banking. Through computer operations, we can transfer the money from one account to the other account. But the thing here is, we should clearly understand, there are underlying assets. The hard cash. You can go to the bank and encash, drawing a check, the money you want, or go to an ATM, draw the money. The currency notes and coins are there. The fiat money issued by the government, the central bank, that is the Reserve Bank of India in India under the statute. This is how money is transferred. Then, without having any bank account, cryptocurrencies, how that is transferred. Let us take the example of an email now. I have an email ID. My email ID is public. I can share. Unless I share, you can't send any document to me. any message to me, any communication to me, any email to me. Supposing you want me to send a document, a PDF or a video clip or an audio file, I can send it to you logging into my email account. Then you log into your account using your password. Then you get the document or video clip or audio clip or whatever form it is, a digital object that is transferable from one computer to the other computer, you get it. Here also you have two things. One is your email ID and your password known to you, which you need not share with anybody. But what is happening here, if cryptocurrency also sent like an email, if I am sending a picture of mine to you or something else, some video clip, after sending the video clip still remains in my computer. I can send to as many people as I want to. Also you can send to any number of persons. Whereas in the bank account we have seen once the money is debited, it is debited to the account, and to that extent money is going out of my account. Emails, if my document goes, it still remains here. It can be spent doubly. Double spending is one word that we see in cryptocurrencies jargon. We don't want to get into jargon. We need to understand in a lay person's language. So cryptocurrency, like the fiat currency, is designed in such a way through cryptography using blockchain. No, we need not be scared of blockchain. We'll try to understand blockchain too. Using the hash function for bitcoins, they use SHA-256, a hashing algorithm, which means so secure that the coded version or the currency that is created cannot be duplicated by anybody else. So through cryptography using the blockchain technology, the coins are generated. The generated coins remain with the owners to whom they are transferred. From the wallet, if specified number of coins are taken out, like my PDF or photo or music file, if I take cryptocurrency, let's say bitcoins, I have 10 bitcoins, I am transferring 5 bitcoins to you. I use my ID. The ID here is my public key. Then I have a password. That password is private key. So every person holding a Bitcoin wallet has two keys. One is public key and private key. Using the private key, open my wallet and transfer. Let's say I have 10 bitcoins. I send 5 to you, and you too have 10 bitcoins. Then yours becomes 15 and mine 10 minus 5 becomes 5 bitcoins. This is how it is transferred. But how it is different from banking transaction? In banking transaction there is a bank. In banking transaction there is underlying currency. In banking transaction the central authority rules, regulations, statutory rules made by the government. But in cryptocurrency, no central authority. It is person to person. That's why it is called peer-to-peer. So far in the blockchain, there are about 100,000 blocks. Block is something like a box. Here in this box, bitcoins that are generated, it has a unique identification number, and then another box. This another box contains the bitcoins generated, and then the box has its own unique number. On purpose I am not using hash or hash function or anything. It has its own unique number. It also contains the number of the previous block. That means this block is linked to the other block, and so are the remaining block. Each block contains previous block's number, its own number, its content. That's how the blockchain extends. Using mathematical formulae, cryptocurrencies are generated. To be clearer, we should now go to the genesis of cryptocurrencies, the bitcoins. So one Satoshi Nakamoto. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Man, woman, or where does he live? All these details are not known. He is the creator of cryptocurrencies, bitcoins. Chronology is like this. Satoshi Nakamoto started writing the code, the software that he developed in 2007 for bitcoins. On 18th August 2008, he has registered a domain, bitcoin.com. On 31 October 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto released a paper, Bitcoin P2P e-cash paper, and he released first Bitcoin and January 9, 2009. 2010, the trading has started. Nakamoto released the first version of the software, 0.1 Bitcoin software, on SourceForge platform on 1st January 2009 and created block number 0, which has 50 Bitcoins. Nakamoto set a limit, overall limit of Bitcoin generation at 21 million Bitcoins. And the last Bitcoin is going to be generated after 118 years, that is in 2140. Already 19.07 million Bitcoins have been created, that is about 91% of the set limit of 21 million. Only 1.93 million Bitcoins are going to be minted. But why does it take so long? As per the Bitcoin protocol, for every 4 years, the number of Bitcoins halves. Initially 50 Bitcoins were generated. After 4 years, it comes down to 25, then 12.5, present it is 6.25 Bitcoins per block. That is the arrangement. So it gets halved, and finally whatever that is remaining, the last Bitcoin will come into being in 2140. Then who mints? Who generates the Bitcoins? Whoever is interested can generate. What all they need to do is buy a computer. The ordinary computers do not work. They need to buy an ASIC, application specific integrated circuit, ASIC computer. It costs a lot. It consumes a lot of electricity. Then download the software and start mining. There is a lot of competition. So effort of one individual might not be very fruitful. So there is a pooling. People come together. Yes, no doubt it involves heavy expenditure, the investment on the computer and also the electricity consumption. But is it worthwhile to invest so much money, time? It is. Because although there is so much erosion in value, what is the price of Bitcoin today? Today's I have not taken, a weeks back. On June 23, one Bitcoin cost 15,65,000. Earlier, some 20-25 days back, that is exactly on May 31, 2022, the Bitcoin price was $31,636. Now 20,201, and then it was 31,636. Similarly, in rupees, it was 24.57 lakh against 15,65,000 rupees. But the price at its high was 47 lakh rupees in October 2021. That was equal to $67,000. So it's not a bad investment. Now, before going to what is happening in India, what uses the cryptocurrencies can be put to? It can be put to both legal and illegal uses. What's happening now? Of the crypto transactions, 80 to 90% is used for investment purpose, and remaining 10 to 20% as a medium of exchange for buying goods and services. What kind of goods and services? It can be any service or any type of goods. There are illegal transactions. It can be used for gambling, drugs, terrorist finance, money laundering, human trafficking, whatnot. Although we say cryptocurrencies are safe, there are instances of pilferage. About 1 billion Bitcoins were stolen last year as per Federal Trade Commission, FTC. The FTC says Bitcoins were stolen from 46,000 persons since the start of 2021. The cryptocurrencies as a whole reaching the illegal addresses is estimated to be $14 billion last year, 2021, more than what happened in 2020 when it was $7.8 billion worth reached to the illegal addresses. Even 2022 also, the chain analysis, the blockchain analysis firm says $10 billion worth cryptocurrencies reached illicit addresses. Still, the overall fraud, the quantum of fraud involved in total transaction is only 0.15%. Whatever the percentage, it is clear that the illegal activities are possible through the cryptocurrencies. Now let us look at what is happening in India. India, no doubt the government is taxing the gains on cryptocurrencies. Some people got an impression that because government of India is taxing and also introduced the TDS, tax deduction at source, so the government has made it legal or intend to make it legal. But one thing we should understand, taxing some income by itself doesn't make the income legal. Even illegal earnings can also be confiscated and taxed. But what the government did not do, if it were illegal, it can also prosecute the persons who are involving in illegal activities. So we can't say right now that the government is going to ban or not going to ban. But because it has not hinted any action against the persons who are earning the money, I think possibly government is not going to ban it and the government is going to regulate it. Getting a little bit deep into the history of cryptocurrency, its evolution in India, Reserve Bank of India not very enthusiastic about cryptocurrencies. In 2013, December 24, it cautioned the people dealing with the cryptocurrencies and the likely risks involved in that. Then on February 1, 2017, Reserve Bank of India issued a press note categorically telling that it has not licensed anybody to deal in the cryptocurrencies, nor did it authorize anyone to do the business. And finally, on April 6, 2018, the Reserve Bank of India prohibited cryptocurrencies in the country. But on May 4, 2020, the 3 judges bench of the Supreme Court crashed this ban. There have also been legislative efforts from the government of India to bring in cryptocurrencies bill to regulate them. But now it is clear from the measures the government of India has taken recently, the consultation paper and tax proposals, that it is serious on putting in place a concrete policy framework on cryptocurrencies in India. Before concluding, if you ask me if it is a good idea to invest in cryptocurrencies, I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on cryptocurrencies investment. I can't make any suggestion. You have to take your own decision. But we clearly see the market volatility of the cryptocurrencies, erosion in the market capitalization from high $3 trillion to $1 trillion, $2 trillion worth erosion in less than or about a year. We also see the pilferage, $1 billion or so. We also hear about the illegal activities. So as long as it is legal, as long as government doesn't prohibit trade in cryptocurrencies, depending on your own assessment, nothing wrong in investing cryptocurrencies, taking into account all these factors. I thank you very much for watching this video so patiently. Please subscribe to the channel. Please click on that subscribe button below the video. Thank you very much. Thank you.